Alright, I am going to make a bracelet, and I used to make bracelets that were kind of like a stretchy cord, but I found over time the stretchiness would get overly stretchy. And so I've switched to working with wire, and I'm going to try, I haven't tried this yet. I did a thin wire one. I'm going to try a thick wire one. Unfortunately, I wanted to use these beads, but the holes were too small for this wire right here. I have this wire that I'm using. I've chosen these beads. We have jasper, they call it picture jasper. We got some basalt and carnelian, and I'm going to string them together to match this shirt. It would be a bracelet that I would wear with this shirt. And I started off by just taking the wire here, I move these beads, and I stretched them from the 2 on the board to the 2 on the board. And then I used my cutters here to cut it at the 2 mark. I hold it down just so it doesn't fly into my face or anything, doesn't injure anybody. So I have 3 cut here, and I'm going to start threading them through. And I have to decide how many I want on one, and I'd like to break these up. So you can see I have it like patterned, so I'm going to do that. And then, let's see, maybe that. And then maybe that. And here, we're going to start there and see how it works out. So I put the beads on my cut wire. There. So I got 4 of them. And now we're ready for this tool. This tool. And let me show you how cool this is. So you put the wire in here, and you squeeze it, and then you pull it down a little, and you pull it off, and you've got a loop. And I've only been doing this a short time, so I keep a pair of these pliers nearby, and I can stick them in the loop and move this down just to make sure that it closes. Looks pretty good. Alright, and then I'm going to hold it from the open part of the loop in my left hand. So the loop is facing up, and I'm going to do it again on this side. We'll see if this is long enough. Okay. Looks like we'll try it. I may have to do 3 beads. No, it looks pretty good. I'm going to have to twist it just a little bit. Put my pliers in here and twist it down until it meets up and forms a loop. Just gonna flip these around so that they're both going in the same direction. And there we go. Alright, so that's the first one. I think my preference would be to go a little bit longer than 2. It'll be a little easier to work with. So let's say about 2.5 here. Cut another one. All right, do the same thing with my next 4 beads. Okay, you got your 4. I'm gonna get my tool. I'm gonna put the wire in there. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna pull it, and then I'm gonna pull it down a little bit to make sure it makes a loop, and I'm gonna pull it off, and there's my loop. Maybe I'll do the other side before I adjust it. I haven't been doing this very long, so people that have been doing it a long time, they do it perfectly every time. All right, put the tool in there, squeeze the tool, bend it down a little bit. We've got a loop. Yeah, my loops aren't very good, but I'm gonna use my pliers to close it. And I can do what I did last time, just kind of flip them so they're both facing the same direction. There we go. There's my second one. Do another one here. That was a little easier. So I'll stick with the kind of 2 to 2.5. Flip it. Okay, this one actually has 2 big beads, so I'm hoping it's not too small. I may have to cut a bigger one. Put the carnelian beads on there. And we got 2. Gotta find the hole. You know, in basalt, it's really hard to find the hole, because basalt is very holy. All right, there we go. There's my 4. Here's my tool. Put the wire in there and squeeze, and then pull it down. And there's my loop. That one was pretty darn bad. So I'm going to adjust that one. Okay, there we go. Here's my loop. Flip it around and do the same thing. Oh, I don't think this one worked too well. Ew. Because of those big beads, I needed slightly longer. So let's just close that up. And then I'm gonna hold on this side, that side, and just make sure they're even. There we go. And this one, it's a little open, so I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do here. I'm gonna take this open one and I'm gonna clip it into this one. Pull that out a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm going to close it. make sure this one is closed better. There we go. And then I can do the same thing for this one. Open this up. I'm going to put that back on here. And then I'm going to close it. And there we go. So they are strung together. Let's cut the wire. Go to 2. Put the beads on. Okay, we got our 4 beads there. Put it in the tool. Squeeze. It kind of cuts off the end. All right, let's do the other side. Got some adjusting to do. Okay, let's close that up. Now, hold that. Make sure it's even. Okay, now I can string it to that one. I left that open a little bit. And then I'll close that up. There we go. So you want it to go around your wrist, so we're not quite there yet. All right, what pattern is next? Now we have, let's see, red, carnelian, basalt, 2 of the brown ones. A little bit more than 2. Trying to find the hole in very porous basalt is not easy. All right. Put that in the tool, squeeze it, pull it down a little bit. And you got your loop. Flip it around, put it back in the tool, squeeze it, pull it down. 2 loops. Gonna twist them so they match here. Well, one's up and one's down, but it doesn't matter a whole heck of a lot. I'm gonna open this one up a little bit. And attach it to this. And then close it back up. A little bit more. There we go. All right, we need red, black, and 2 pictured jasper. Let me just test the length here. Okay, one of the things I think I am gonna do I have a toggle here. Now, the toggle is how I close necklaces and now bracelets, and you stick that in there. So I'm going to attach one end down here, so I have to open that up a little bit so I can get that end on there. I'm going to put the end on there, and then I'm going to close it back up. Okay, there we go. That's a little, I'm gonna pull that over just a little bit. It's kind of facing the wrong direction. There we go, so it's that one. That one's okay. Just I need to close it up a little bit more. I think it's getting stuck. All right, so I still need more to make it there. Let's go with 3. 3 to 2. There's the hole. Here's the carnelian. Carnelian. Basalt. Okay. Squeeze it, pull it down. And whoop, we got the loop. You gotta take care with your beads there. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm just gonna straighten these up. And let's see, is this open? I think I'll open that one just a little bit more. So I can add this on. And then I'm just gonna close it back up. Make sure this one is closed. Okay. It's about right. I'm gonna test putting this on. Got a little extra space on that one, but we'll see if, yeah, it works out. I ended up changing the clasp on it to something that wasn't a toggle just because it was a little too long. But here is the finished product. It is a bracelet made with mineral beads and wire.